Hey Reefers, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lee, and today we are looking at the tank, the new edition. This is part 2 of the Reefmat 500 by Red Sea. It just about fit in this sump, which is I think the same size probably as a Reefer 250s, the E260 model with the sump. So I won't go into too much detail because there's loads of videos out there on this unit unboxing, which I kind of did at the beginning on part 1. And the whole install took around an hour with a water change, because what I did was turned off the return pumps, drained out the sump completely, apart from the rear sump, rear return pump section with the biomedia. The reason I did that is because normally I do a water change all the way down to the bottom, but the compartment at where the flow came in from the return main drain, an emergency drain, obviously I drained it out as well so that I could remove that pane of glass in order to fit this unit in. So I haven't done a real tidy install here, but what I've done is I've left these in place just in case I want to ever put these back in. I've kept them, I've not snapped them or anything, and you can just probably silicone them back in and put the glass panels back in. I've kept them as well. So I just in case this doesn't work out for any reason, but I don't think so. But I just want to keep them around for a week or two just to test this out. I've put it on this side just simply so that I could really see this unit. It would have been better to fit the unit facing this to face my way, but I'd already cut the hose a little bit shorter than expected, so it wouldn't come round from the top round here to fit on. It was starting to kink, and it's a non-kink hose, so that was no good. The skimmer's working well, obviously right next door to it. It's got enough room, which is great. The unit has been filling up, and it's been probably around an hour and a half. It came in quite low. The water level was around here somewhere. It's been going up, so I think as soon as it hits this sensor, it will roll the fleece roll out. Setting up the unit for the Reefmat app is simple. Just you have to make sure when you turn on the unit, you'll have 2 lights flashing here, the Wi-Fi and this one. You just hold this button down for around 5 seconds, and then you go through the Reefmat app and you want to find this unit, Reefmat, whatever it's called. Select that unit, come back out of it, and then you would set up that unit. Then it will tell you to connect to your home Wi-Fi, and then you're done. It's pretty straightforward. Now the piping, if you can see this, I'll show you. You get the main weir for the Red Sea, which is the ball valve, what do you want to call it, the flow management system. Don't know really what the right word is, but basically when you drain out your sump, when you drain the water down from the main tank, you can unscrew that nut there. I just put a cloth in there, it just drips slightly, but the other pipe is on the top to stop the water from coming out, which is great. Lift out the pipe, and I see if you can see below where I've done the union there. So basically I've used some of the sealant kind of glue that came with the unit, just put that in there, pushed it on, and yeah, the other side as well where the hose clips on, and then in there it just goes straight onto the unit itself. Yeah, it's really easy to do. The hardest bits was probably getting out the sock tray. It was quite kind of annoying. Definitely worth doing without water in there. It's made it so much easier. I was just really worried about cutting any seams down the side here, so I was just being really careful. Just took my time, wiggled them out. The first panel came out along the bottom here, it was through here. You can't, it's a bit of a mess, sorry. I've still got a bag of carbon in here, and I'm running a reactor with carbon, sometimes Roaphos and silicate remover. The ATO, everything seems to be running okay as it should be. I've just run the cables around here, but they are kind of clipped in to this unit, so they shouldn't fall anywhere, but I may zip tie them on somewhere else just to be careful. I can hear water coming down the pipe into the hose, going up into the hose. It's kind of dipped a little bit. Let me just get back here. So where I've done the cut, I've done the section there inside the sump level, which basically means then if this ever came off, it would be splashing but inside the sump. Whereas I know people have cut it up higher. My fear is that if it started to leak or something would happen, it would drip around the back of the unit and the sump. So I've done that for that reason. It did fit just about, but the hose comes down a little bit and then back onto the unit, because I didn't realise that the unit was high when it's sitting on this lip here. So something to bear in mind, that really I could have cut the hose a bit shorter. We'll see how this works out. At the moment, I think the gravity of the water coming down is pushing the water back up into that bend and then pushing it, and it is rising up towards that sensor. So as long as it does the job, I'm happy. I haven't checked the app yet. I would like to know, because I've heard that this unit, as in the motor, can be a bit noisy. And I'd rather not have that come on in the middle of the night, because it will make a bit of a noise and people are sleeping. So that will be a... Whereas with the Reef doser, you can select quiet dose, medium or normal, turbo or something. So if it's got that feature on this, anyone let me know. That would be great. But I'll let you guys know how I feel about it a bit later on. Still got to put the carbon tray, the mechanical filtration underneath. I will use that, I think, just for carbon, and then I'll use my TMC 100 reactor for probably Rorifos or silicates or something. Just gives me a bit more room, and I'll remove this bag in the next day or two. I just wanted to get this set up. So yeah, all in all, guys, it took around 1 hour to do the cut, pulling out the sock tray, and connecting up. So not really that bad at all. I did get a pair of PVC cutters. I did order some PVC cement, which I didn't use because I couldn't get the thing open, and it was quite toxic, and I just didn't want to risk using it on the tank. Apparently you meant to use a PVC portable water safe, reef safe, or drinking water safe. But in the UK, I went to a few plumber shops and checked on Amazon, and it was pretty much impossible to find here. I just don't think it's something they often use, so I don't know how they use things normally, or if they use PVC, because they don't use it for drinking. We use copper pipes, I believe. Apart from that, it is big, much bigger than I anticipated. When people say it's big, it's a big unit, and this is the 500. You can imagine what the other one's like. It's really well built, and I just yeah, I will let you know once this starts turning and see how long a roll has lasted. I have you get a roll free with the unit, which is good. The toolkit that you buy to remove the filter socks tray and the glass, yeah, you need them obviously, but they are terrible. The little scraper for the silicone, I couldn't even remove it. This silicone was so welded on that it would have taken a bit of time to really scrub off. And to be honest with you, some of the black bits that were floating, I sieved them out with well, because I drained this anyway, so there was a little bit left when I filled up. I just got a little net, and scooped them out, and that's fine. The rest will get captured in the filter floss, in the mechanical or the skimmer, and I just left the other bits in there. It's fine, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. So guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and tell me what you want to know about the unit. If you like my setup, it's pretty kitted out now. There's nothing else I can fit in here anymore. It's really overwhelming. It's like my missus says, it's like a nuclear power station under here. It's a bit crazy, just for this 260 litre tank. So yeah guys, if you like the video today, please give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, really help out with the channel. But as you can see, the Red Sea 500 filter roller is pretty sweet, and I'm really happy with it. You can kind of see how the roll is kind of getting dirty already, which I would suspect that this is really going to help out my tank. The tank is looking great anyway in general. A lot of the diatoms cleared up from dosing Dr. Tim's bacterial eco balance, yeah, I think it's now really settled in. A lot of the corals are really popping and doing really well. Nitrates, around 10 parts per million, and phosphates around 0.03. But guys, I've got to go, and if you really like it, or if you just wanted to give me some tips and tricks on this reef roller mat, if anyone else is using it, then please comment. Bye.